every revolution or every political movement or any kind of change, and having someone, okay, CIA, which is fucking for you to call me CIA when you know I'm not.
Everything was politicized. It was, oh, this is when we became the left versus the right. But both sides are trash. In COVID,
his own thing. So it seems to be that money's the issue, that like we're using money and that's how politics is being pushed. Because now we've seen what someone does when they use their own money, and it doesn't seem to be a solution. So I feel like we take money out of politics, we'll have a much better political system.
Politician, you think they're gonna come out and tell me the truth? They was lying to my mama. They ain't gonna never tell us.
So everybody, we look at certain things just because, oh, this happens in the hood, or we see this every day. All the way up. These people were speaking truth. King, we could talk X, we could talk it all. They were speaking truth.
What's going on in anyone's mind, but let's take it as a given that Gray's argument is true, that the argument to not have ID is that it would be discriminatory versus certain socioeconomic brackets or something. It's like
the world's greatest trial run of what people will do and what people won't do. And we are the only country on the planet that really fought against the government. A lot of it,
because you focus on 80-20 issues. I'm looking at the Epstein issue as we have 80% of the information we need to prosecute these people that actually did anything, but you're focusing on the 20% trying to take down Donald Trump, which you're never going to get. So I'm going to keep sitting here with a smug-ass face on every single day.
I'll explain. Good question. I'll give you the answer. The Republican Party constantly talks about transgenders and transgender surgery to minors.
I'm mostly on the left, ideologically, but I don't associate with the Democrats because they're not ideologically on the left. The Democrats are clowns, and they're also losers.
About to be any engaging conversation. It's not about to be any discourse about different political ideologies, what works and what doesn't. If that is the outcome, right? For example, I'm not gonna go and just put myself in the middle of a KKK rally.
Verify me, I'm not fucking fed. They always do this. I'll say this, right? And they did the same thing to Nick. We've seen the video. They'll call people who are genuine and authentic feds because
the interesting thing to me is that the ones that claim that they believe the Constitution are now trampling the Constitution. The ones that said they believed in the First Amendment, the freedom of speech, right, are now going against the freedom of speech. The ones that...
So to see and hear this strong, compelling speech with emotion, I think that's extremely important for young men to see from a leadership perspective.
They don't have no plan. They don't ever talk about nothing positive about the Democrat Party. Everything is just anti-Trump. They're not willing to have a conversation. They call us fascists. We willing to have a conversation. Charlie Kirk's willing to have a conversation.
I suffered so much pain.
So much pain.
So much pain.
I suffered so much pain. I was 14 years old.
I was 16 years old.
I was 16.
17.
14 years old. This is me. This was me.
This is me when I met Jeffrey Epstein.
This is me when I met Jeffrey Epstein.
There are about 1,000 of us.
It's time to bring the secrets out of the shadows. It's time to shine a light into the darkness.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Described him as one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.
Welcome to the Man Cave. Welcome to the Man Cave. I'm Gray Mars.
Ken Billions, what's good? Oh, my bad.
All good. Mr. Rippey, what up?
And heaven.
So, of course, this has been like the biggest thing in politics right now. People still talking about the list. Mr. Rippey, you're our MAGA guy here. How do you feel about the list? Do you feel like it's splitting the Republican Party?
It's all the Democrats have left is to bring up a bunch of nonsense. I cannot wait for everything to be released fully, something we already know, where Donald Trump, no guilty of no wrongdoing. What does a Democrat go for next? And I'm over it. The problem is, he did promise to release the Epstein files. That's not the main reason why I voted for him. And I knew that it would be some type of outside entity that's out there that's more powerful than him. And we probably will never see the files. I hope we do, but when we do, it's gonna put an end to all this trash that Democrats keep trying to bring up. They brought up the extracted name. They keep bringing up Bill Clinton got a blowjob from Donald Trump. It is that they have nothing else. They have nothing. They keep failing at failure after failure after failure. They have 4 years to release it. Donald Trump can release it. Everybody can release it. And the Democrats only care because they think Donald Trump's name is on there. They don't say a word when Bill Clinton's name is mentioned, when Bill Gates' name is mentioned, when all these other Democrats' names are mentioned. These folks are just silly. They don't care nothing about pedophilia. We've been fighting. We've been talking about Epstein for the past 10 years. Me in particular, it's been called a conspiracy theory, all this other garbage. I'm over it. I'm over it. If Donald Trump is convicted of any wrongdoing, I would throw away all my MAGA gear. But until then, I'm pretty much over it, bro.
Ken, we didn't get to get your take when it first happened. What's your whole thoughts on the Epstein files?
Blowing bubble is crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. They did that shit though. Let me tell you why. Two things. Let me tell you why they did that, right? Because I'm really into like ancient civilizations. The behavior with politics and priesthoods, they play in this area. And I think sometimes the public makes a mistake and they project their morality onto what they would like their elite and ruling class to be. This stuff is rites of passage kind of thing. And when you play in certain spaces, everybody needs something on each other. And as far as the Epstein files, look, who's going to prosecute the people that's in it? So the same system that we complain about are supposed to prosecute the people, like they're policing themselves. You know what I'm saying? And so real quick, Mr. Rippey, what makes you so sure that Donald Trump hasn't done anything wrong? You said that real confident. What makes you so sure?
Well, nothing is objectively true, but I haven't seen any evidence that says otherwise. I mean, I've been looking at this for years, and consider the fact that they could have released this information a long time ago. Everything that I've seen, they put it out there, then it always backfires. And also the attorney for all the victims said that they sat down. Donald Trump was the only person that cooperated with the FBI and that evidence played through, and that was enough proof to actually help bring Epstein down. And all the emails that's coming out when Donald Trump's name is mentioned is actually mentioned in the way that Epstein couldn't stand Donald Trump. We all know that he banned him from Mar-a-Lago Club. But like I said, if his name is on the list, hey, I'm done with him too. I'm not going to tolerate it. Doesn't matter who you are.
Okay, so there was a clip, resurfaced clip that a lot of conservatives are saying this exonerates Trump because Trump spoke on the island in 2015. Here's a clip.
It's the question of Jeffrey Epstein in your remarks about in the Q&A.
Well, I think he's got a problem. I mean,
what do you think the problem will be?
I don't know, but that island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it. Just ask Prince Andrew. He'll tell you about it. The island was an absolute cesspool. So,
the Clintons are friends
and he's
of
been
yours,
there
right?
for many times.
The Clintons are friends.
Well, I can't say friends, but I know
You're
them.
friendly. You know them.
They play at my clubs a lot. I have clubs, and everybody likes to play at my clubs.
Are you saying there's a political problem for her if she runs for president?
It could be a political problem. Look, he could be a political problem. Right now, he's Teflon, and right now, maybe not. But he could end up being a political problem.
That's one question.
So, Evan, they basically are saying that clip says Trump basically was going against Epstein. Do you feel like that clip exonerates Trump? And that clip was from 2015.
No, it doesn't. Because anything, like, of course they're going to say whatever. He knows he's being asked questions publicly at that time. He'll say whatever. Donald Trump is known for saying whatever to get himself out of a situation. And it's so crazy. It blows my mind how everyone will believe him that he's not on the list. Everyone believes every word out that man's mouth when it comes to MAGA and Republicans. But he said he rigged the election like 5 times, and nobody believes that. Nobody, you guys don't take him for his word at that. Just that he didn't diddle kids. That you trust him for that. But not that he admitted to rigging the election, though. Just saying.
Well, Trump now has totally flip-flopped. Now he wants the files out. This is what he had to say.
Government, I'd say he's the biggest one, and quite frankly, it's not even close. On a semi-related note, the Epstein whodunit has been explained to me in exhaustive detail over the weekend, and I have changed my mind completely on the entire debacle, and I can assure you it's a debacle, total debacle. Many Americans are retarded, but many aren't. The non-retarded members of the public have shown tremendous resolve in demanding answers for an issue.
I don't know if that's real.
That's not real, right? That's not real.
No, that can't be real. I hope it's real, but I don't think it is, man.
Please tell me.
It's true. That's something that's true that came out of his mouth. And just to clear it up, I don't believe everything. I mean, of course, Donald Trump lies. He lied about. Of course, he slept with that porn star. Participating in infidelity. No, he does lie. I'm going after what I read in the documents and what the Democrats have put out there, trying to target Donald Trump to be connected with Epstein, this type of way of wrongdoing, and what the lawyers of the victims have said, what the victims have said themselves when they asked them, was Donald Trump participating in anything that's any wrongdoing? And they all said no. That's what I'm going after. I mean, I know Donald Trump, everybody lies, but I use logic and I apply logic. And I know the media and the Democrats been lying for 10 years trying to get this guy, and they have not been able to get him. And if this could have been the way to get him, they would have done it.
Jenna, do y'all have anything?
I don't think they would have done it only because it implicates them also. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think they're playing volleyball with this back and forth because everybody's implicated.
So, Mr. Rippey, this is the thing.
Internationally.
Why was he running on this though? Right? If it's kind of like, no big deal, why do you think he was running on this? Does this say something to the base? Was he just appealing to his base, or did he really feel like that? Like, why use that?
I don't think he was. When I look at a chart on what he was running on, what his platform represented, it was the border, it was the economy, it was things that really affect me personally. And when they asked him about Epstein, when they asked him these questions, that's when he brought out, okay, I'll release the files, and I'm holding him accountable for that. I am. But that's not the main reason why people voted for him. That's not the main platform that he was, going for.
For sure. So we'll get to the fun topic, what we were already talking about, what Trump is being accused of, or what Heaven basically says is who's Bubba. So here we go.
Okay, this is breaking news, but a new leaked email from the deceased human trafficker that was best friends with Donald Trump and Bill Clinton says that there are photos of Donald Trump giving George Slopadopoulos to Bill Clinton. While they're waiting on an official vote on the actual FBI files, the House Democrats have subpoenaed a bunch of emails from the estate of the person that did not unalive himself. And these are thousands and thousands of emails, okay? Too many for any one person to vet by themselves. It's too much for even like a whole organization of people who are professionals in doing that to do even like the span of like a couple of months. So it's taking a while for all the emails to become public knowledge. But the one that has been making the rounds on the internet right now is a private conversation between the deceased individual and someone else where they're gossiping about Trump. And they say that Vladimir Putin might have pictures of Donald Trump kissing Bill Clinton, but he ain't kissing him on the mouth. Now, we don't know, right? We don't know, but this is a private conversation between two people that thought these things would never, ever release, right? And I don't know what to believe. I'm just telling you the facts here, yo.
Evan, you were the first person to tell me about this, so what do you think about it?
I think it is hilarious. On one hand, but I also think it's a little terrifying on the other, because this is Jeffrey Epstein, who is connected to Mossad, and talking to, well, his brother was talking to him, asking if Vladimir Putin still had. Why does Vladimir Putin have pictures of Donald Trump giving anybody head? I'm just asking. Why is that a thing? I mean, okay, he's the first gay president. Woohoo! LGBTQIA plus president. I don't know. That explains why he's attacking LGBTQIA rights so much, because, you know, that self-hate when you're closeted is tough, man. I'm just saying. But no, why does Putin have the pictures? Just like when Putin released pictures of Ivanka, her nudes, when President Trump got elected after he rigged the election.
Okay, so
that was terrible.
I'm gonna show this clip that's been going viral, or this picture that's basically been going viral since with Bill Clinton and Trump, since these allegations been talked about. So Ken, it was a picture, but I think they like made AI on it. Do you feel like that makes Trump gay? That picture, on the picture, he wasn't really touching him. He was just like standing in front of him.
They're all bi. The Roman Senate was bi. The Greek Senate was bi. This is baked into European culture. Not just that, though, it's in Babylonian culture too. The higher you go up in politics and the higher you go up in finance, things blend into each other. So people at the bottom, we tend to project our morality to the top. People at the bottom of the class structure tend to think that our leaders and the most powerful people in the world are the same type of Christian or Muslim or Catholic as you. They don't go by your deities. So their sexual behavior, their proclivities is different than yours. The wives sleep with each other. They wife swap. If you really want to just have a small glimpse in this kind of stuff, just not to be funny, but like attend like local swinger events. And in those local swinger events, it'll be police officers, it'll be judges, it'll be lawyers. Now that's at that level, right? Keep going up and keep going up. So this is not far-fetched to me. They all play in this area.
Well, there's another person being accused of being Bubba. Ms. Rippey, I'll let you respond to this because people are saying that it could possibly be an animal. So here we go.
Had a horse named Bubba. This is what I looked up on it. This is what I got when I searched about this. This is circulating around. I'm going to need someone to verify this immediately before I fucking have a whole ham here. What the hell? We know that Ghislaine Maxwell bonded very well with the Queen of England over their love of equine. We also know that Donald Trump once tried to pay off $2 million worth of legal fees with a horse that he just had. I've never seen the man ride a horse, but he apparently owned a horse. So I'm kind of fucking getting sketched here. We also know that Epstein's brother came out and said, hey, the Clinton, or the Bubba that is being referred to in the email isn't Clinton. Did not say that Donald Trump didn't do it, just simply stated that the Bubba in the email was not referring to Clinton. Ghislaine Maxwell had a horse named Bubba. I'm going to fucking puke. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I was having fun and now I'm not. I'm not having fun anymore. We're not having fun anymore. This is too much. My name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow. Maybe don't after this. Or you won't see my face again.
Mr. Rippey, how do you feel about them saying that Bubba is a horse and that probably was bestiality? How do you feel about it? Them turning it to that?
I swear, man, you get a degenerate a cell phone and create a social media account, they throw out all kind of bullshit. It's all silly. And the reason why I haven't looked into this Bubba thing that much, because, I kind of agree with Ken. Of course, everybody is bisexual up there. Everybody goes all the way back to Roman times. The more powerful you are, the richer you are, you probably is bi. I mean, of course, that video of him with Bill Clinton it's not real. Of course, obviously it's AI. But the reason why I haven't looked that deep into this stuff, because I just don't give a shit. I mean, I want to know what kids are actually being raped and molested on that island. Not if Donald Trump gave another dude a blowjob, which I don't believe it because there's no evidence. I don't care about the email. Everything is fake. Everything is fake that I see. And if I'm not there to see it myself, I'm starting not to believe nothing, man. It's all fake to me.
What I say the other week, Gray, I said that they're doing this so that nobody believes anything.
Yeah, and by the way, Donald Trump had 3 gay weddings after Mar-a-Lago, and he has a gay person in his cabinet, and he's the first president to come in that was for gay rights. Everybody else was against gay rights. I just want to clear that up.
So we're going to switch it up. I want y'all to see this video, and we'll take a poll, and we'll see if the officer was wrong in this incident.
Hey, yo, what the f***? You gonna hit him with the car? Yo, what the f***, bro? Yo, no, yo. Hey, yo. Come back this way, yo.
A Baltimore police officer was arrested and charged with attempted murder after prosecutors say he tried to run over a man with his car while on duty, and the whole thing is on video. The officer, Robert Parks, turned himself in and was charged with second-degree attempted murder, assault, reckless driving, and misconduct in office. Parks is talking to this man, and you see the man walk away. That's when Parks jumps in the police SUV and chases after him. And it does appear that he actually clips the man with his car at one point. Baltimore Police Commissioner Richard Worley spoke on the incident, saying, "What is seen in this video is not only disturbing, but alarming. This is not how we expect our officers to behave, and this incident does not reflect the values or standards of the Baltimore Police Department."
So the guy was basically like standing there, and he was like talking to the guy, and then the guy was like, "I didn't do anything wrong." Then the guy started walking off, and then he like went after him with the car. So, Mr. Rippey, I'll start with you. You feel like the officer was wrong in that incident?
Well, according to what I saw and the little bit of stuff that I looked at, consider the fact that I haven't seen the full thing, I don't know what happened. But based on the evidence that I have, the officer is wrong. But I don't know what happened before that. I don't know what that person was guilty of. I just don't know, because a lot of times I see stuff, like a little small clip, and then hear commentary on it. And then I look at the full story, and I'm like, oh, yeah, no, the cop wasn't in the wrong. So I just don't know at this point.
For sure. Heaven, what you think?
I think that anytime you try to hit somebody with a car, that's not proper police procedure. I don't care. Like, what? You're trying to hit a pedestrian regardless. That's not how you go about it. It doesn't matter what the person did. You don't chase them and try to hit them with the car.
For sure, for sure.
Period.
So I'm gonna play this clip because this clip went viral. Ken, I'm gonna have you talk about both of them because it's another situation with a cop. So LeBron James called for this officer to be fired.
That is trash.
Ken, I don't know if you saw that, but a state trooper bumped into the guys going into the tunnel. How did you feel about the guy driving in the car and LeBron James calling for this guy to lose his job for the guys bumping into the guys in the tunnel?
So overall, so I just was looking it up in Baltimore. Like, I guess this is on all the levels, the base salary for a police officer is $78,000. I could go into how police all day, but they don't make enough money, right, to do the job. I think if there was a way to up those salaries, the behavior would change a little bit, right? A lot of the times, these people with weapons and Batman belts are regular middle class people. You know what I'm saying? They also need therapists. They also need counselors. You know what I mean? They're not trained to deal with the people that they deal with. They're not from those environments. A lot of times they don't know the lingo, right? And a lot of times some of them come from different class stratas. So when you're dealing with the police are at the lower end of the class, they don't know how to deal with them, right? The other thing, I'm not really feeling LeBron saying that. The reason why is because a couple years ago, he was real silent, like about China stuff and Daryl Morey, like a lot of stuff that was going on with the Uyghurs and stuff like that, and how his products is made, how his shoes are made. I'm not really with that, right? Sometimes LeBron is Captain Obvious. Like, he picked the regular trends that's happening on Twitter, and he'd be like a Twitter activist. And he like touches on topics that's like they threw it right down the plate. Like, he's not like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's not like a Jim Brown. And on real political things that can affect capitalism, he says nothing. So I'd rather him say nothing on this.
So I'm gonna play what Stephen A. Smith said about it, then Mr. Rippey can respond, because Mr. Rippey, you brought up seeing the whole clip. So this is what Stephen A. had to say about it.
This is a no-brainer to me. Nick Harper from South Carolina catches a pass, scampers down the field for a damn long touchdown run, runs into the tunnel because he's holding his hamstring, and then his teammates come to help him because they know that something must be wrong because he kept going in there and he's holding his hamstring. He comes back out. You can see the officer at the stadium walking in between two players and literally bumps into both of them and flexes his arms out before turning around and telling them to get on out of here and all of this other stuff. We saw it. It's clear as day. It's an automatic suspension. The man shouldn't be allowed to work the game again. What you doing messing with a player like that for? Was somebody in street clothes that you didn't know was a player? You knew exactly who it was. You knew it was a player for South Carolina. You knew that, and you did it anyway. There's nothing to think about here. There's no argument. There's no excuse on the part of the behavior of the officer. He shouldn't even be allowed to cover the games anymore, and definitely should be suspended.
So after hearing that, Mr. Rippey, because he basically ran for a touchdown. He hurt his hamstring. Officer Tatum, I think he was saying that maybe the guy had to get them out of the locker, out of the tunnel where they was at. But what do you think about the guy being suspended?
I think he deserves a suspension. I mean, I agree with Stephen A. Smith 100% in this case. We just saw everything, and we know everything that happened in this case in particular. So I agree with him 100%.
The cop was white, right?
Yeah, it was a white cop.
That's the only reason this is making headlines.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I will play somebody that joked about it, then I'm going to have Heaven respond.
Hi, can you tell me if the game's still on? Everyone wants to know what happened at the game and whatnot. With me and those two hooligans who almost jumped me in broad daylight. Everyone say it's my fault this. Well, tough tits. I tell you that much. Tough tits. You want to put your hands on me like a grown man? I'm going to treat you like a grown man, son. Don't you ever And that's the problem with these young jigaboos today. They got their NILs and all this and TikTok that and TikTok this. You need to teach these sons of bitches some manners. Tough tits. Shabuya. Shabuya. Son. Let's give him something to talk about. Hey, Marty! Tell Jen to bring her titty ass in here. Yeah, I might have lost the war, but I never lost a fight.
Well, it's a long clip. Y'all brought up race. So, Heaven, after seeing that, and then, do you agree that race is the reason this is blowing up? Because literally a comedian made it about race.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was funny. I think it is was a racially motivated act. It's not the first time that a white officer has had any type of racially motivated violence towards any person of color. Honestly, what do you think, that because they're athletes that racists see them any different? No, they don't. They just are wealthier. That's it. They don't care. They don't care. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat. A racist does not care. They see skin color and skin color only. They are ignorant to anything but.
So while we're talking about comedians, this comedian went P. You're MAGA and seeing Mike Epps basically say that. And of course, he got attacked for that. How do you feel about that?
You're getting attacked for the truth. I mean, I know, coming from Detroit, I know a lot of niggas on food stamps and again all these benefits that don't need to be getting them. And another thing I want to say, I'm so sick of tired of these ignorant, dumb black celebrities. Kind of keep bringing up Fox News, like all people that watch focus on MAGA is a bunch of white Southerners that are all racist. Keep applying racism to MAGA. Like, the shit don't work anymore. Okay, a lot of black people are on MAGA side now. A lot of minorities, 50% of Hispanics voted for Donald Trump. I'm tired of these people constantly keep making these jokes because that defeats everything. And we need more people like me, because I have people in my family that support Donald Trump, but they're afraid to come out and say it. And that makes them the opportunity to act like this and say this stupid ass bullshit. But yeah, there's a lot of ghetto ass people. And I used to buy food stamps from people when I was in the hood. I'll admit it. And they will take the money, they will go buy some other shit. They will go buy some, go buy some weed, or go buy some weave, whatever it may be, one of those two. So take it away from them. We need to stop relying on the government. Stop being so damn dependent. We need to go back to a time wasn't dependent on the government. We actually accelerate ourselves. So fuck it.
Can you feel like Mike Epps go lose his black card for saying that, and him on the Breakfast Club?
It don't take much to lose your black card.
Yeah, I lost my black card 3 times.
All you gotta do is color outside the lines a little bit. Like, that's the Negro plantation. But I my mama had food stamps. I sold food stamps. I bought food stamps. The thing about it is, the bottom part of empire needs to be attached to the government. The bottom part of the empire. Let those that know how to do for self govern themselves. Let them have unlimited access. Let them do what they want. But there is a bottom part of empire. All you have to do is go through Skid Row. All you have to do is walk through certain parts of New York. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, where our homeless and unhoused people is growing and growing and growing, right? And if you talk to these people, because of the way capitalism works, they cannot do for themselves. The brain, just whatever's going on with them and wherever they are in space and time, there's not enough jobs for them. They're not going to get a hustle, right? So what do we do with the people that don't perform in capitalism well? So I think there has to be some type of UBI or some type of food stamp, not for everybody, but for the people that are on the bottom of empire, unless the celebrities are going to take care of them.
For sure. Well, Michelle Obama was talking to a comedian, while we were comedian, Tracy Ellis Ross, and she was sending a message to white women. So, Heaven, we'll have you respond to this one.
About it. Let me explain something to white people. Our hair comes out of our head naturally in a curly pattern. So when we're straightening it to follow your beauty standards, we are trapped by the straightness. That's why so many of us can't swim and we run away from the water. People won't go to the gym because we're trying to keep our hair straight for y'all. It is exhausting and it's so expensive and it takes up so much time. Braids are for y'all so we can work harder and focus on the work. So why do we need an act, an act of law to tell white folks to get out of our hair? Don't tell me how to wear my hair. Don't wonder about it. Don't touch it. Just don't. It just.
This is cool.
Have you went up and touched the black girl hair and said, "Hey, can I touch it? Is what I know what it feel like."
No. But I was raised in a low-income community and mainly by a Haitian woman. So I grew up getting my hair braided with my friend, and that ain't for the weak, first of all. Second of all, yeah, why do black women need a whole act of law to let them do what they want with their hair?
Because black men haven't created an infrastructure for black women to wear their hair how they want to wear their hair. So black women have to go into other man's infrastructure.
Men created an infrastructure where men and women aren't free to express themselves, point blank, period, whether it be physically, emotionally, regardless. You have to fit in this little box. If you don't fit in this little box, then you're not, I don't know, if you're not white and Southern, then you're not MAGA, right? Which is clearly false. I like to say at that point, Mr. Rippey, thank you for being that person that continues this conversation and being that voice in the sea of people that really spit hateful rhetoric towards the other, party affiliates, the other people who are Democrats and leftists and all the other people, whatever they identify with. I'm really, really glad to have you here, and I'm really glad that you speak out and continue to speak out as a Republican, and that is extremely important.
Thanks for that. I appreciate it.
For
with
sure.
that being said, I'm so sick and tired of this dude, Michelle, keep constantly pushing this victimhood nonsense, man. First, she get up there a couple of years back, and she says she afraid of her daughter getting her driver's license for the first time and driving because of what the racist cops may do to them. Like, chill out, okay? These are the first daughters. They have Secret Service. You constantly keep pushing this garbage out there, trying to create the whole idea of victimhood within the black community. Ain't nobody thinking about you, sir. Ain't nobody thinking about you. Like, chill out. You got $250 million. Your husband was a president. You were the first lady for 8 years. Y'all rich. Y'all killing it. Stop preaching this garbage and focus on something more positive. Like, as a black woman or a black man, whatever he claims to be, depends on what day of the week it is, you can say, here, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. Look what I did. Look what my husband has done. Look at all these great things. Instead of pushing this divisive garbage, ain't nobody thinking about your hair. Nobody thinking about your hair.
That bootstrap mindset doesn't work.
Actually, it's wrong, because they were thinking about their hair. Even in the military, there are hairstyles specifically that black women are not allowed to wear. It's been a fight for a long, long time. In a lot of federal jobs and nursing jobs, there's a lot of places that they had to have specific hairstyles So people were like, maybe not you and maybe not other people, but there are people that did care and did regulate Black women's hair, and they have for millennia.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that. I agree. Certain jobs you have to have your hair a certain way. The military, definitely. I'm not disagreeing with that. But what she said was to, keep up with your beauty standards. Like, why you put that out there? Who said that's the standard? That's the standard beauty right there. I think natural hair is beauty, and I think most Black people will agree that Black women natural hair is beautiful, extremely beautiful.
She wore her natural hair.
Exactly.
She wore her natural hair.
Better, personally.
For sure. So while we on Black people, we're gonna talk about Blueface because he attacked his son at a 20v1. So here's the clip.
Looking for a golden retriever.
Are you lying?
No.
You got an ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
He still loves you?
No.
The Aquarius in me knows better.
But the Aquarius wants you to not do better.
I'm gonna swipe left. You kind of look like my son.
Okay.
Okay. They gonna know what I'm talking about.
Let me get my next lady.
Like Junior.
Ken, how do you feel watching Blueface insult his own son on 20v1?
Oh man, it's good for nigga TV, man. This is what people sign up for, bro. This is what people. That's what people want. You want broken people, right? You don't want people talking about astrophysics. You don't want people talking about real personal development, right? This is exactly what you want. You know what I'm saying? A guy coming out of prison, clearly, I've been to prison. Clearly, something happened to this individual. You don't want him in therapy. You want him front row on the stage, confused, golden retriever, going crazy, saying a bunch of outlandish stuff. His baby mama got a tooth missing. The viewership, right? The viewership that this is catered to, that's what they wanted. You know what I mean? There is a certain part of empire where for this to work, the masses of people have to be deaf, dumb, and blind. You know what I'm saying? Would be 20 years ago, it was Flavor Flav and Flavor of Love. So you know what I'm saying? This is for a certain vibration. So this fits right in.
So I'm gonna play what his baby mama actually said when she saw this video clip of him.
G and G Herbo for advice, cause that nigga about to lose his life. Keep playing with my son. Swear to God. And you're cyberbullying too. Swear to goodness. I don't want that nigga. What the fuck? The hell? I'm trying to figure out where could we come at a common ground without kid, without him disrespecting him just to get my attention. You get what I'm saying? That's it. That's why I'm making it to church. I gotta go to church. You know what I want to do? I want to turn my flight back around and run a car through his house and shoot him in the face. That's what I want to do. That's how mad people keep making me about my kid, bro. It's my only son. Y'all pissing me the fuck off. Straight up. I'm just being honest, bro. Because at the end of the day, how long you gonna keep cyberbullying your kid? Yeah, she going to jail. Yeah, I am. He keep fucking with my son? I am. He keep fucking with my son. I am going to jail. Cause y'all think this shit funny, clicks and giggles, bro. But it's cool. I'm gonna take a little break from Instagram. I'm gonna try to calm down. But keep fucking with my son, I'm gonna end up in jail.
Heaven, how do you feel seeing that clip?
I think she's not thinking about her child at all. If she's talking about threatening the man's life and going to jail, because if that's the case, wouldn't you want to be there for your kid? You're not putting your child first. You're putting your immature emotional decisions first. But whatever. I digress. Why is he making fun of his child?
Because his child
Like, let the
has,
child just.
yeah.
But it doesn't matter what his child has. You can make fun of your child. You're gonna make fun of your child.
Right, right.
The
That's course.
And real quick too, that's a celebrity. She almost has 6,000 people on that live feed. She has a tooth missing, and she's eating McDonald's. Right? This is all part of an ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? They go together,
bro.
She's eating McDonald's. She got a whole tooth missing. She could go to the dentist. You know what I'm saying? And she's eating McDonald's first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning. That's aspartame. That's MSG. She got a whole thing of Fanta or high C, high fructose. You know what I'm saying? First thing in the morning. And then you seen who she had a baby by. That's part of an ecosystem. There are people on the planet that don't even know that garbage exists.
I'm gonna play what Blueface mom had to say. I'm gonna have you respond to that, Mr. Rippey.
See, and now you're a horrible mother. The best thing that you can do right now is go get the counseling that you need and the support that he needs, the physical therapy and the therapies that he needs. That's all you can do now, and hope for the best. You have said far worse things. You said that you could kill the baby. You wanted the baby to die while he was pregnant. You've said far worse things than the father has ever said about him. You're embarrassed because you did that to him. You're embarrassed because you smoked and drank while pregnant, and you made this the outcome. If you want to be mad at anybody, be mad at yourself. Be mad at yourself. We're not embarrassed. You're embarrassed because you did it. Okay? If you want to be the victim, there's nobody the victim but him. If you want anybody to be mad at what's happened, you're the responsible party for this. You did this. All you had to do for 9 months was go to your appointments, don't drink, don't smoke, and try to be peaceful. That's all you had to do, and it was only 9 months. We are no longer feeling sorry for you. We're no longer giving you a victim pass, a victim card, none of that shit, okay? This is all your fault, all your responsibility. You're a horrible fucking mother. You were a horrible
But your son is a gangbanger. You see what I'm saying?
Bro, hold on, wait. I was just about to say the same thing. This gonna talk about Crippen. He had a song, popular song talking about Crippen. That's the only thing I know about him. But it's like the toxicity being embraced within our culture is beyond disturbing, and it's only getting worse and worse. This is entertainment to niggas. This is a problem. This is an entertainment that they love, and most people didn't even notice. I noticed it, of course. Well, Ken, what you're talking about. It's early in the morning. I looked at the time, looked at how many people was watching this shit. I'm like, this is an entertainment for them. They don't know shit about history. They don't know shit about shit, but this is entertainment for them. This is the only thing they know. Ask them who their 2 U.S. senators are in their state. They have no idea, but the only thing they do know is I'm a coon because I voted for Donald Trump. These niggas are silly. These niggas are silly, and they are entertained by this bullshit. So this woman, the baby mama, just by the way she looks, they're not talking about health. I mean, first of all, I'm not going to talk bad about her. Well, I am. She kind of looked like a black Chucky, and she's eating McDonald's. She had a missing tooth. Like he said, like carry yourself with some type of fucking respect, man. Do something with your life. Talk about something positive. But they can't, because just like Ken said, it's an ecosystem. It's out there for a reason. It's out there for a reason to keep us pathetic.
Right, for sure. So this is what he had to say about his relationships in heaven, not how you respond.
I'm about to ask you, who's your favorite ex and who's your least favorite ex? I want names.
Favorite ex?
That's a long list, right?
My favorite ex is probably I ain't gonna lie, I miss Coyle Ray, little sexy.
I didn't know you guys dated. She's really beautiful.
Who?
You said Coyle
Ray?
Ray? Yeah, she's beautiful.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I miss her a little. I ain't gonna lie. But that's probably my favorite one. And then my worst one.
You're putting a lot of thought into this.
Yeah, that's a big title right there. Worst.
It could be tied. It could be tied. It
I know
could
you know
be
the fifth at
between
this point.
two.
Worst one? I ain't even had that many girlfriends, to be honest. We're gonna go with. Probably gonna go with Krishan. Probably want worst ex.
Okay.
I actually have mad love for Christian. I don't know what your standing is, but she was always very sweet to me. So
Nah, she's cool.
I don't mean
She
to take sides, but like,
Nah, it ain't no size. She's cool.
Okay.
I only say worst just because she's there's no line with her, so she's just gonna go
for sure. Yeah.
She gonna go to the
heaven.
I don't even know what the hell going on.
I'm not in that ecosystem. I read books. I don't even watch TV, to be real. Why are people even worried about his girl for like, who do you think is the worst act and the best act?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Like, why is that interesting to
He's
people?
doing like a podcast he just got out of prison. I know.
Well, I'm glad. I'm upset I know this, but that's Sky Bree, the girl that's asking the question. So Sky Bree is a porn star turned streamer.
I'm upset I know this.
Yeah. I know this. I know a little bit of fuckery, right? One thing I don't like though.
You say she's a porn star? A corn star?
Sky Bree turned streamer, right? The girl. One thing I don't like though. I don't like how
that's the way you get into any career, man.
Sometimes
that's how Cardi got into her music career too.
I don't like how a lot of times some guys will, after a relationship is over and after a man took a woman in a certain direction, be like, oh, she crazy. She wasn't like that when you found her. Right. It'd be a lot of that narrative too of like, saying, oh man, she's this, she's that. Like, what was your impact on her though? You know what I mean? Did you teach her anything? Did you show her anything? Like when a woman is talking about your death most of the time, that means she was in your hands. For her to like be thinking about offing you now, that means at one time she looked at you like God. You had her in your hands to mold her any way you want, to take her any direction. You could have did anything with her. And that was the problem, right? That was too much power. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that now, because does this strike you as an individual that took a person's mind and crafted it and built it into something great? No. And then you turn around and call her crazy.
For sure.
Not a fan of that.
So this was definitely a great show. So I'll play a final clip and then we can just go around and all of us give our final thoughts.
It's not gonna work out. That's why she leaves and does what she does, because she knows I'm gonna be crying right back to her. So.
But what if she left and went and hooked up with another guy and was with another man or had another man around your kids?
Fucking dead, Jason.
When I leave him, I'm just like kids, and getting myself together, because how can I pursue any real relationship if I'm not even like healed from this? Mm-hmm. Because even if I wanted to move on, he's still creeping back. Even if he's taking another bitch serious, he's still creeping back. So it's like that sets me back. I'm emotionally invested to him. So it's like how he's like saying, "Oh, I creep back." But for me, it's not that, because I'm emotionally invested in him already.
What about him or this made you stay there, get back together? Allow him to.
No.
Was it because he was a good dad? Is it because you were really hopeful that you would have that family you never had? What was it?
That could possibly be
Stability?
it for sure, because I never had that. So that could possibly be like, I think that I valued like having a good father figure for my kids, and I think that I value just having the stability that he gives me. Because even though if he do go do that, I know I can call on him. Let's say if I needed something, if I need this, I need that, I can call him, and it doesn't matter if it's 3 a.m.
You could
6
depend
a.m.
on him.
I can depend on him, which I never had that.
Okay.
So maybe that
I like
that
that.
definitely feeds into it, and I long for that family thing. I want to dress all in Halloween PJs. I want to do the Christmas. I love that. I love
like
to
that.
cook Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that. That's me. And maybe I just long for that. And he will do it. He will show up. And just because he do this on Saturday night, Sunday night, that's fine.
I'm showing up, Jason.
And he doesn't, and I can tell him some things where I'd be like, come on, let's do this, let's do that. And he'll adjust how he thinks, because that wasn't exactly how he grew up either. Because some things he grew up with, I grew up with, we can feed into each other. Like, we should do this together. We should do that together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we feed into each other, and that's probably what, fed me to keep going.
If you're watching right now, hit that subscribe button and press that notification bell. Know when we go live. Mr. Ripper, you was about to say something? Somebody was saying. Oh, okay. What's your final thoughts?
Final thoughts is, a reflection. What Blueface? No, what's the name? What's the dude's name? What Blueface Baby Mama represent is a problem within our culture, and I think it's all about validation, which is a huge problem, because when we look at the numbers, there are more men in the hood. Men have more kids than women. So what that tells us is these women are having sex with the same person. They know this guy is no good. And I have a close family member of mine who basically has 8 kids by 7 different women, and he's still impregnating these women when they know all these things. And I think it's all about validation, because once you have this baby fight as a single mother that's holding it down, because that's what in our culture, it's cool to be a single mother, which is the most toxic thing and the most degenerate thing that happened to the Black community is single parenthood. So we need to stop embracing this nonsense, stop having kids by these low lives, and stop portraying yourself as a victim when you spread your legs willingly to this piece of trash you would do. You expect them to be dated a year? That's your damn fault.
Kim, what's your final thoughts?
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Based on that last clip, I think patriarchy props up mediocre guys. And sometimes because women are raised with a princess mindset, they have arrested development because of patriarchy. So a lot of women look to the man as a leader, but he's mediocre because it's a built-in thing that men are natural leaders, men are natural providers, men are natural intellects. So I think that women tend to turn their brain off, and they have a fear of growing up because it's a man's job to come in and save the day. But what the system of patriarchy does is it gives mediocre men a position among women, right? So that's what Blueface is. That's what we just seen in the last clip. And that's what we tend to see in society. So I think it's definitely important for many women. You got to grow up and sidestep patriarchy, because most men are not natural leaders. That's why they're under other men. Most men are submitting to other men. Most men are not natural providers. Most men are not natural intellects, right? So that's why I'll leave it at that.
For sure. I got to play a flashback clip. Kevin, I forgot to play this clip. This is a clip you had wanted me to play. Here it is.
But Arnold Palmer was all man, and I say that in all due respect to women, and I love women. But this guy, this is a guy that was all man. This man was strong and tough, and I refuse to say it, but when he took showers with the other pros, they came out of there, they said, oh my God, that's unbelievable. I had to say it. I had to say it. We have women that are highly sophisticated here.
Evan, what's your final thoughts?
Oh God. Oh my goodness. You had to show that before my final thoughts. Oh God. Okay. And I had something like really good, like important things to say. Granted, okay, sorry. Let me compose myself. Look, I don't care who Bubba is, if it's the horse or Bill Clinton, or as long as it's not a child like the other children that settlements were made with on that. But I digress. Our whole entire government is corrupt, pedophilic, and it's beyond time for us to do something about it. I mean, also let's focus on the things that they're not showing us. Like, okay, we're pointing out, yeah, he got head or gave head to somebody, but why does Putin have the picture? And why is an Israeli Mossad agent, Epstein, talking to his brother about this? Like, that's what we really need to be looking at, because to me, that's what's really important. I don't care about the other shit. I really don't. Suck whoever dick you want to, as long as it's not a child.
For sure. Well, come back tomorrow to see us talk about the American Revolution, I think, and we're gonna be having a debate on Thursday. Here's the promotion clip.
People you're not allowed to criticize in this country. If you criticize Jews, you're an anti-Semite. If you criticize blacks, you're called a racist. If you say that Jews need to be held accountable for their actions, they'll say that leads to another Holocaust. If you say that black people need to be held accountable for their actions, they'll say that leads to Jim Crow or slavery.
These Jew haters, man, that put $7,000 underneath all your posts when you say anything about the Jews, or when you give very good arguments for the Jews, it just shows low brain function. That's what it shows. It shows people that have very low brain function, right? They're not very smart. They don't know how to debate. I would never do that because I know how to argue my position. When people don't have anything to say, that's what liberals do, especially. That's a liberal mindset.
So come back Thursday. Those two will be debating on the new party. Well, as far as my final thoughts, who knows what these Epstein files just keeps getting crazier and crazier and crazier. We'll keep bringing you guys all the information, keep you updated as much as it comes out. We do this every Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. Thank you to the cast. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Man cave.